Hello, it is day 2 of my YouTube journey, and I've just found myself a really nice field that I'm walking through at the moment. So it's a nice sunny day so far in good old Blighty. I went out this morning. What I'm going to talk about today is being on a journey, and I'm on a journey. And that's also my affirmation. But I went out this morning and to just buy a few things from the shop, and it started hammering it down. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was just so horrendous. So I was stood in the shop taking shelter because I went, and in the end there wasn't anything that I wanted to get, so I put everything that I had picked up back. I thought, well, I'll go somewhere else, and I had to hang about for a bit because the heavens just opened and it was torrential rain. But it felt like absolutely ages, probably about 5 minutes. So that's British weather. You just have to plan. Like, I left the house to walk Bailey, and I've got a hoodie on, I've got thick tracksuit bottoms on, and do I need it? No. Sweating like a PIG, but that's beside the point. So this is day 2, and day 2 of I am on a journey, day 2 of my YouTube challenge, and I'm going to apologise now for any road traffic. I'm just walking the field that sort of surrounds, or is in the middle of motorway, so it can get a little bit noisy with the cars. And also I'm going to apologise for sound quality. I'm going to apologise for the noise of the traffic if you hear it, and then also if it suddenly gets a little bit dark, because I'm now walking through a wooded area essentially. So I'm on my walk, day 2, and I'm talking about affirmations that really helped me. And so today's affirmation is I am here. And back in 2020, I did a whole series on Facebook, did Facebook Lives, and they were called, it was 30 days of I Ams, powerful affirmations to help you manifest things. So really part of the I Ams as well means that you really ground yourself in where you are. So the previous video, day 1's video, was titled I am here, and I think it's really important that you assess where you are in relation to where you want to be, because obviously if you don't know where you are, then you're not entirely sure how you're going to get to the place that you do want to get to. So for me, that's a bit logical. For me, it's a bit like common sense in a way, but it's important that we start somewhere. And also, I think, like for today's affirmation, I'm on a journey, I think it leads in really nicely to this idea of knowing where you are, knowing where you want to get to, and then figuring out how you're going to get there and get to it. So that's really what I'm going to be talking about today. So being on a journey, it's a case of, I'm going to walk this way. Being on a journey, it's a bit of the idea that where are we going? So when we say I'm on a journey, it's because we're going somewhere. And when we embark on a journey, sometimes like simple ones like running to the supermarket, they're relatively straightforward types of journeys. We haven't got to plan too much. Maybe write a shopping list, make sure we've got the bags in the car, know which supermarkets we're going to and that kind of stuff. Make sure we've got payment and whatever. So some journeys are really simple, and then other journeys are just a little bit more complex, and we have to do a lot more organisation for those journeys. So for example, if you're taking a family away on holiday, you are going to have to do a lot more organisation to make sure that your journey is as structured as it possibly can be, and that it goes without a hitch. Now, there's a saying by, I don't know how to pronounce his name, is it Lao Tzu? You know who I mean. And he says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and if I misquoted it, I apologise. But the point is that we have to start somewhere, and so that's the same when we embark on a journey. We've had to start somewhere. We've had to make sure that we've decided on a destination and we know, where it is that we're going. Now, in terms of journeys, we have to think as well, who are we travelling with? I took the plunge the other day and I booked a solo holiday to Jamaica, going to Jamaica, very excited. But in the end, I had to take the plunge and I had to sort of decide where it is I wanted to go, and just make that decision, get out there and book it, because knowing me, I'm going to talk about it as I have done for quite a few years. I'm talking about it, but yet I haven't actually booked it. And so it's in the booking it that I've taken action now. So because I've taken action, it's real, it's going to manifest, it's a real thing. So I'm taking action, I've booked it. So from there, what I'm going to be doing is thinking about, when I get there, what am I going to look at, what am I going to see, where am I going to go, make sure that I have figured out maybe my itinerary, my spending money, and just really think about that. Now, because I'm going by myself, I don't have to think about anybody else. I can be really, really selfish, and it's all about me at the end of the day. So I don't have to think about anybody else. So I don't actually have to think about how someone else is going to respond to me, how I'm going to have to navigate where we go to eat or what I go and do, because I do all those things because I'm making all those decisions, because ultimately I'm traveling by myself and I'm traveling light. So when we're thinking about journeys, sometimes it's worth noting who we're traveling with, who we're doing life with, who we're journeying with, and make that assessment and think to ourselves, okay, does this person add value? Do I enjoy myself when I'm with them? Am I having a good time around this person? Or does this person just bring stress and, negativity to my space? Do I feel drained when I've been with this person or these people? And if you answer yes to those things, if it feels a little bit, and we throw that word around, toxic, but if it isn't doing you any good, if you're feeling stressed, if you're not feeling relaxed, if you're feeling on edge, then maybe it's time to assess, do I need to bring these people with me on my journey? And that may be a holiday, but it also could be a gathering. You don't have to invite people every single time to your house if you don't want to. You don't have to accept invitations if you don't want to. You get to make that choice, because ultimately it is your life and your choice. So that's one thing to sort of consider. Additionally, we journey in lots of different kinds of ways. So metaphorically, we go on journeys. So we can go on physical journeys, so like what I did this morning, go to the supermarket, go on a physical journey. But equally, we can go on a health and wellness journey, and I've been doing that myself as well for the last few years. And you can go, so that's a health and wellness journey. You can go on a spiritual journey. You can go on an emotional journey. So you can go on a prosperity journey, a career path, a way to make new money, more money, to improve your relationship with money. All those times that we embark on doing something, we can call it a journey. We are journeying through life. So I want us to think, I did this back in 2020. Now for some people, 2020, and if this is you, please hear what I'm saying with all due reverence and understanding. And I know that because for some people 2020 was really, really challenging and really, really difficult. I understand that. What I found during 2020 was I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for various reasons. Thankfully, nothing happened to anybody in my family regarding COVID. Nobody had to go through unemployment or redundancy or major health issues or anything like that. So on that side of things, we were really blessed, to be honest. So no one had to go through that. And schools were closed. I'm an English teacher, and schools were closed, so that was a bonus. I didn't have to go into school. Hurrah. No marking, no planning, no the things that just, you just like, it was an extended holiday and it was fab. So I spent that time chilling with my daughter. She was at home at the time, and walking Bailey every single day, and in fact twice a day, partly because they told me, well, they told the whole country, didn't they, the whole world, you can only have 1 hour walk outside. And I'm a bit like, oh, let's just pick that up. I'm a bit like, at the end of the day, if there's no one else out here, I'm not catching anything from anyone. So, and for my mental health and my being, not being cooped up in the house meant that I actually went out a couple of times a day with my dog and took really nice long walks, and everyone was social distancing, so you'd cross the street, you wouldn't actually be particularly close to people. And I reflected and started a challenge and did the I ams on the Facebook lives and sort of pushed myself a little bit, and ultimately I found that time really powerful for me, just to reset so I could reflect and establish myself. And at the end of that period, I then started a new job at a new school in the September. So for me, 2020 was great, but from there I've had many other journeys. So like I said, I've taken a physical journey. I joined a gym because I just thought, you know what, don't particularly drink, I don't smoke, I don't go out very often, so I might as well spend some money on a gym membership, and if I spend a certain amount of money, I will actually go. And I went and started to play tennis and attempted to swim. I might try that again. It wasn't really for me. I find it a lot of effort to swim, and made some really nice friends. We socialised with them, have a really great time. And that was part of my health journey, and part of that was getting out there, like I said, joining a gym, making friends, just seeing what was out there, pushing myself, trying something new. So tennis was something I hadn't done since I was at school, and having a go at that. So that was one journey that I took. When it comes to work, that was another journey. So I had to move schools, and that was a journey through figuring out what it is I wanted. My motto during that point, when I was on that particular part of my journey, was that I am only available for the school that wants me, not the school that needs me. Because people might say they need you. We need lots and lots of things in life, but to want something and to need something are two different things, and you will get treated very, very differently when somebody wants you as opposed to when somebody needs you. It's a game changer. So for me, that's what I prioritised. I focused on that. I wasn't going to accept going anywhere where they did not want me. And fortunately, I did find a post where they wanted me, and I'm still there. So that's been really exciting and interesting, and the kids are amazing, and I love them. Not every day, but most days. It just comes with the territory. So I went on a health and wellness journey. I went on a career sort of journey. I went on a spiritual journey of sorts, just really like thinking about where I was at regards to going to church, because at that point with lockdown and COVID, you couldn't go anywhere, and I did find that very challenging. I can be quite a social person. I found that very challenging, but at the same time, it also helped me to really connect with my spiritual practice, my prayer life, what I believed about God, what I believed about creation, what I believed about life and plans and goals and purpose and all those different things. It made me really evaluate those things. So I went on that kind of journey, and along the way things had to go. I had to learn to travel more lightly than I had travelled before. I had to learn to let go of people and things that no longer served me, and that did include a job. I actually gave my notice in and didn't have anywhere to go, but I had faith and belief that I was going to get something better, and I had to hold on to that faith and belief that I was going to get something better, and I did. So that was obviously a bonus. I stepped out in faith. I pushed myself and accomplished things I didn't think I would accomplish. So on that note of I am on a journey, Think about the journeys that you've been on. Think about how you've navigated those journeys. Have you had to pack light? Have you had to make sure you have everything plus the kitchen sink for your journey? Has it been a positive experience? And there's a slight caveat when I say positive experience. Sometimes those journeys that are the most difficult journeys, the most arduous, the most challenging, where we have to have a little bit more tenacity, are ultimately those journeys that lead us to our greatest growth and our biggest improvements, and show us where we're strong in certain areas and show us where we need to ask for help in other areas. I'm not good at asking for help. And that's an area that I did definitely working on every day, asking for help. So going on a journey can be physical, can be metaphorical. It, like I said, spiritual, emotional, physical, relational, you name it. Anytime you are traveling through life, you are doing life, you're moving from A to B, you are journeying through life. And I really just want to journey through life in the best possible way. Not everything has to be all inclusive and first class and 5-star. It doesn't. Sometimes a simple backpack, jumping on a train, that kind of thing, just off the cuff sightseeing, are all good for the soul. All those opportunities to travel, all those opportunities to journey are all very valuable. So just wanted to leave you with that thought. I am on a journey. I know you're on a journey as well. We can journey together to making our lives better, healthier, happier, wealthier, all the good stuff. Taking the rough with the smooth, the traffic jams with the green lights. We can do all the things and enjoy it as we go along, because we can have the right perspective and sort of line things up, making sure that we recognise where we are at each step of the way. If you enjoyed what I had to say today, please like and subscribe just to show your appreciation. Comment, let me know your thoughts, what resonated with you in my video today, what you'd like me to talk about, and what you'd like to see more of. And I will see you soon. I say soon. I did say that I would post every single day for 10 to 14 days. I couldn't edit it out. My first video, couldn't edit it. It's got to be done now. I've got to keep my word. So let me know what it is you would like to see, and I will see you on the other side. Take care.